So Lou, whatever happened to those other guys?
What other guys?
Exactly.
Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as a Few Show Podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's
Ric-Hard, baby. And that's right, J. Few and Bogey. We were talking about you. Where you been? Quarantine got you down?
ooh. Yes, folks, you are listening to the #1 show on the Few Show channel, and also now on 247miami.tv's YouTube channel. So yes, this show is going to be a special one because it's going to be about Wrestlemania and how Wrestlemania is really the tagline, too big for one night. Come on, we know what the real story is. So I don't want to see.
We all know what the real story is, but let's be honest here. WrestleMania was getting kind of long. It's
yeah. I don't want to see in the future like, oh wow, they had 2 days of WrestleMania. Why? Was it that big of a show? No, it was something else going on around the world. But yeah, that's what we're talking about in this episode. So before we started recording, we did go through a bit of a selection process there, Ric-Hard and I, and we're going to separate it by segments. So take it away.
So the easiest way I could explain it was we divided the upper card and the lower card, and we did a pick your match type of thing to decide what segment goes with what match, or what match goes on what segment. There we go. I'm getting a little flustered here, mostly because I'm in the lead. So I'm a little nervous because we have agreed that WrestleMania is going to be worth 2 points.
Yes, 2 points.
2 points. But if we think back to the scoreboard for TFS Pod, I have a very wide lead over Lou, who I believe has only gotten a victory over me in one event.
Yes. Yes.
So this could be very interesting. But just like we always say, anything can happen in WWE, but my prediction is that even with coronavirus and everything else being changed, your losing streak will continue.
No. I'm taking a victory. I'm taking a victory.
You taking a V? I don't know. You might have to pick up that L. But time will tell. Okay. You see, it rhymes. All right, let's break down 8 matches that I picked, and we'll start with the undercard.
Yes.
And the first match I'm going with is Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. Lou,
yes.
You can start.
All right. Okay, you want me to go first on this one? Oh, fine, I'll go first. I pick that Sami Zayn will win this one.
Sami Zayn with the retention.
Even though I would like for Daniel Bryan to win, I just think Sami Zayn retains, and some underhanded thing occurs, and then they retain. That's why I think he retains.
Okay. So I'm going to pick Sami Zayn retains.
What?
Yes, I actually do think Sami Zayn is going to retain. Number one, Daniel Bryan has been working with certain talents to put him over, or try to. Granted, he's been winning over most of them, but I actually think Sami Zayn, who is indeed a good wrestler, can win this match. You don't have to deal with the crowd booing him, so that effect is gone. And he'll actually have a win. Daniel Bryan has enough WrestleMania moments to go with.
Oh man, he has one of the greatest.
Yeah, he has enough WrestleMania moments. Him winning the Intercontinental title match against Sami Zayn is not going to be as big a deal as Sami Zayn getting a win over Daniel Bryan. And I actually think they might do it. He might do it clean.
Ooh,
which I think would be interesting. And it'd be you have Sami Zayn get a win over Daniel Bryan clean, and after a very hard fought match, I would give him a lot of time to run with, since we're breaking it down in 2 nights, and have him shake hands in the middle of the ring afterwards, and then have Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura turn on him somewhere down the line.
Oh, nice! I like that.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good feel-good moment to do. And it would really be a good way to subvert expectations if this is one of the night's opening matches, which I think it could be. The Intercontinental title match has opened the show a couple times, so that's why I put it as my starting match.
Okay.
So we're in agreement. Sami Zayn retains. Next match.
Yes.
So we got, right now, the official match is Kabuki Warriors versus the team of Bliss Cross Applesauce, also known as Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And it is for the women's tag team titles. So, Lou, you went first last time, so I'm going to go with my picks for this match. And I think Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross are going to win it.
Wow, really?
Yep. New champs.
All right, and why?
Kabuki Warriors have had a fun run, but it's pretty obvious that Asuka does better in singles matches. Not to mention most of her time on the roster so far, even as since they won the tag titles, has kind of been having singles matches. I mean, her last pay-per-view match was what? Her versus challenging to be number one contender for the Raw Women's title in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
And before that, she was challenging for that singles title also. So it was kind of like, why are you even tag champs?
Well, yeah. Well, that whole as they've kind of not ruined, as they've let us down with the men's side a little bit, they've let us really down with the women's side of the tag team titles.
Well, number one, I don't think they've let us down with the men's tag team titles. Miz and Morrison are doing an amazing job.
Now,
more on that later. But the women's side has definitely suffered severely since the Iconics have gone MIA. I definitely agree with that.
Right. Out of this match, I picked the Kabuki Warriors because I know how you had mentioned before how they have other things in plan for Asuka maybe or whatever, but I kind of feel like this will be a rivalry that they'll continue on with more shows on this stuff, But I just think that the Kabuki Warriors will retain.
Gonna be a hard disagree with you, buddy.
I know.
But should be interesting to see. That's a very early disagree. Okay.
Yes. All right, next one.
Disagreeing with me is only going to lead to a higher point deficit later on.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. So next match we got for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. On the men's side, it's the team of John Morrison and The Miz versus The New Day versus The Uso. By the way, folks, if any of this changes come WrestleMania weekend, I just want you to know we're going based off of the current Wikipedia spots for the matches.
Yes, because, a lot of things have changed.
So any of this could change, but we're just going with what we've got. And we're using the most reliable source in the world right now. All right, so what's your pick, Lou?
Oh, and this one, yeah. Okay, out of this one, I pick, I think Miz and Morrison will retain.
All right. Stealing my pick, as usual.
What? You didn't make your pick. How can I steal a pick? You haven't said it.
Come on, it's obvious. Miz and Morrison are retaining this. They're the greatest tag team right now that this business has, and it's hilarious. I mean, they just recently did a rap video. So, yeah, Miz and Morrison retain.
Okay, we're in agreement on that one. All right, next one.
All right. Next one, it's going to be a returning Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match.
Yes.
And look, it's been a great storyline, great storytelling, even though you had issues with the reasoning Randy Orton gave.
Yeah.
We've been over that already, though. In terms of predicting the finale of this match, I think it's pretty obvious. Edge is winning.
Yeah.
So Edge wins. That's my prediction.
All right. My prediction here is, despite that whole reasoning of Randy Orton had to beat him harder because anybody new and anybody else in wrestling would beat Edge harder because they're much more quicker because he's older now. Oops, there's a bang on the table here. Away from that reasoning, I pick that the winner of this match, who will be standing, will be the one, the only Edge.
Edge. Okay. All right, so we're in agreement. It's not surprising. Again, the story's pretty fun, and they're two very high-profile wrestlers, but it's kind of predictable. Edge is winning.
Yep.
Now watch. The most hilarious thing would be if we're like, yeah, it's so obvious that Edge loses. It's like, where the hell did this come from?
Yeah, I know, right? But these are our picks. These are our picks that we're making.
These are our picks. We think it's pretty obvious. Folks, if you disagree with any of these picks, more specifically with Lou's.
What?
Because you're siding with the right. I meant with the other ones, obviously.
Okay,
that you disagree with me on. But, yeah, let us know. But let's move on. Let's see. We're entering upper card territory here.
Yep.
Next match, Undertaker versus AJ Styles.
Wait, who picked you? Oh yeah, I picked, right?
Yeah, I picked last.
All right.
Our first on the last pick. So go ahead.
In this one, I am gonna pick the Dead Man. Dead Man. I'm gonna pick Undertaker to win this one.
Undertaker to win this match.
It's in his wheelhouse. It's supposed to be a boneyard match, supposed to be a graveyard match. It just sounds something that it's one of his. It's one of his matches, so I think he'd win this.
So my understanding is that from the sounds of it, it's called the Boneyard match, even though the rules seem to be a Buried Alive match. They just didn't want to call it a Buried Alive match because, oh gosh, don't want to. That's not PG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're being honest, Undertaker tends to lose in those types of matches more times than he wins.
Oh yeah, now you brought back memories. Oh crap.
And I'm really thinking that right now.
Oh,
and I'm like, every sign, the whole build up to this, the fact that AJ Styles has not gotten one over on Undertaker at all, the whole build up to it makes me think that AJ Styles is gonna win.
Oh,
however,
I'm making the face of that guy with the face when he lost. You know the face.
I know the face. I definitely know the face. The thing is, Undertaker's one of my boys. He's one of my boys. And going against him at WrestleMania of all places,
I know.
even without a crowd, it's just a safe pick. That's his record says 92% of the time he wins. I'm gonna say Taker wins this match.
Oh,
I'm gonna agree with you. Everything about this booking points to AJ Styles getting the victory. I mean, he even has the two henchmen to help him out.
I know.
Which makes me think, oh, here we go. Like, plenty of shady shenanigans to be like, all right, Taker loses. Plus, it's most likely going to be Dead Man Inc. Undertaker or American Badass Undertaker.
American Badass, yeah.
I mean, he even did the "I'll make you famous" line, which is very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't go against my boy. I
know.
So I'm gonna say Undertaker, and I know you're very relieved because you realized I was making good points before for AJ Styles.
I know. You have me there.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the next match.
Yes.
Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. And I'm going to pick first. And I want to point this out right now. Seth Rollins is another one of my boys. That's my guy right there, Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. I want to see him come out. I don't know why, but the fact that it's happening on like Palm Sunday and everything else, I really think they should just go with he comes out with like on a cross or something.
Oh my God.
Just to really ham it up. I don't think they will. I think he may come out in an all-white gear, though. But in terms of who wins, and damn it, I'm gonna disagree with what I wrote down already. But I did it with the previous match, even though I predicted it was gonna be. Even though I gave every reasoning why I should have gone with the other pick, I ended up going with my boy. So I'm going to do it again. Seth Rollins beats Kevin Owens.
Okay.
And I know that doesn't make any sense booking-wise because Rollins has gotten one over on Owens every single step of the way in. It's Kevin Owens' story of being the underdog against Seth Rollins. But for some reason, I really feel like I should go with my boy on this one. So Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins beats Kevin Owens.
Alrighty, Seth Rollins beats Kevin Owens. Okay, my turn.
Yep.
All right, for this one, where's Murphy?
He's around. He's not in the match, but
yeah, because I think that something's gonna happen there with him, and I think that I do think that Seth Rollins wins this one.
wow, stealing my pick. Look at that.
How am I stealing it? It's what I feel. You should be worried. You should be worried that I'm agreeing with you because I've had bad picks as opposed, according to our record there.
Oh no, for sure. Like everything in my mind, you gotta understand. Everything in my mind has been like, oh yeah, Rollins is gonna lose, but my heart says, yeah, Rollins. Go with Rollins. Ham it up. Go with Rollins.
All right, so I pick Rollins. I think he's gonna do something. Someone's gonna help him, and he's gonna beat Kevin Owens. It's gonna be a good match. I think it's gonna be a very exciting match. But I still think Seth Rollins wins this one.
There is a funny thing about Seth Rollins here, and this is an interesting stat. And they kind of mentioned it. They kind of mentioned on the show. But Rollins has a win at every Mania, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not undefeated at WrestleMania. He has lost at WrestleMania, but it just so happens that the one night where he lost, he also won a match later on that same night.
Oh.
So he has a win at every Mania, which makes me think if they really wanted to be creative,
mm-hmm.
you would have Rollins lose at Mania to Kevin Owens, but then later on that night, maybe, and this is just a maybe, have him appear in a match later on, or perhaps even somewhere else down the card, and get involved in that match. But that's just me. Something to consider. But I picked Rollins. I'm sticking with Rollins. That's my boy. He's beating Kevin Owens. Curve stomp, 1, 2, 3. Book it.
Okay.
All right, next match. Next match. So far, you've only disagreed with me on one match. Wow. Something tells me I'm going to have more wrong picks than usual.
Let's go with the picks. Go with the matches.
All right. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. The floor is yours.
All right. I think that in this one, as much as I like Charlotte Flair and for all that she brings, I think that they're gonna keep Rhea. Why am I saying that? But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Rhea Ripley to win this. Because it would mean if Charlotte wins, she'd have to go down to NXT, and I'm like, oh man. So then, I don't know. I don't see that yet going on. Maybe it does happen. You heard it here first. I said I don't see it, and it happens. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley retains.
As usual, your other speculation is wrong, but your result is right. I'm predicting Rhea Ripley retains also. I think it's going to be a hard-fought match, and I think Rhea Ripley is going to get the win over Charlotte Flair. Relatively clean, but Charlotte Flair is going to NXT. And here's how I know.
Ooh.
They're going to do, because Charlotte Flair has been doing the whole is she face, is she heel thing, right? And it's kind of been they've been blurring that line. What I think is going to happen is we're going to get face Charlotte Flair, right? Not necessarily bad heel Charlotte Flair. We're going to get face Charlotte Flair, honorable competitor, maybe does a couple, dirty moves every now and again, but it's like, she's Ric Flair's daughter. What are you going to do? But even with all that, Charlotte Flair doesn't get the W, right? And then you're going to have a moment after the match where Rhea Ripley goes to offers the handshake, and Charlotte Flair maybe accepts it, and then attacks her from behind.
Oh.
And then you have like the beatdown, all that stuff. You have all that stuff, that beatdown, and then that's your setup for a rematch. Even though Charlotte Flair lost, she walked away from the match, and Rhea Ripley got beaten up. So she's like, I'll give you a rematch. I'll give you a rematch, and I'll beat you again. And then Charlotte wins by shenanigans. And I think Charlotte Flair's going to go to NXT only because Wednesday Night Wars. Got to spice up that women's roster down there.
It already is. It's really good. The women's roster is what keeps NXT alive. I think.
Yeah, but Rhea Ripley's going to move up to Raw.
Ooh.
Or SmackDown.
Ooh.
Exactly. I mean, you can't have Dana Brooke challenging for the title every other month.
All right.
Hashtag I am me, Dana. Come on.
Duh.
We can quarantine together.
All right, next match.
All right. And for the main event of my side of things, we're going to have Goldberg versus, it says Roman Reigns. It has been stated that Roman Reigns has pulled out of appearing at WrestleMania because of health concerns. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do this match as Goldberg versus To Be Decided. Now we could input anybody who we speculate to be the To Be Decided person on this. Mm-hmm. So let's go with that. Goldberg versus To Be Decided. And I'm gonna start. Now, as you heard me mention prior, Seth Rollins has a little thing about maybe I win a match on a WrestleMania, or maybe I lose the match, but then I win it later on that night. I think that'd be an interesting way to go if you had Seth Rollins face Goldberg.
Wow.
Later on in the night. But you've also got another very, very interesting name who is conspicuous by his absence, being Braun Strowman.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
And that would also be a cool moment. And then you've also got, hear me out on this, this is a real dark horse move here, but let's not forget, they do have that moment where they kind of made beef with each other in the ring, and they kind of got it on, but dark horse pick, To Be Decided becomes Rusev. And WrestleMania becomes Rusev Day.
Oh my God! Wow, that'd be exciting.
Yeah. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember that segment they had in the ring? Goldberg tripped going into the ring, and then Rusev interrupted him and all that stuff. And then Goldberg speared him, and Rusev never got his revenge. This could be the moment.
I like it.
But no, in all realism, most likely it's going to be Strowman. Yeah. However, since we're just going with TBD, To Be Decided, who wins? Whoever the replacement is, and that includes if it's Reigns. If it's Reigns versus Goldberg, and the match actually does go down, Reigns wins. If it's Goldberg versus Strowman, Strowman wins. If it's Goldberg versus Rusev, Rusev wins. And if it's Goldberg versus Rollins, Rollins wins.
Ooh, okay.
CBD gets the pick from the predictions expert.
Whoa.
All right, now let's hear what you have to say, Lou.
Oh man, you put it tough, man. You put it really tough. I think it's gonna be Strowman that comes in. That's what I've heard.
Okay. All right.
So if it's Strowman, it just feels weird to think that Strowman would win it. They would actually give him a chance after all the times he's done so many different things when they've given him pushes. But the thing is, are they going to keep Goldberg as champion coming in, or is he going to do the same part-time thing they did with Lesnar? Oh man, this is tough.
It's not tough. Goldberg's in the risk age. for getting this thing. You got to get that title off him real quick.
No, not about that. I mean the sense of, he's older and him to come in all the time to have a fight and a fight and a fight, and whatever his deal is set up for.
There's that too.
They booked himself into this corner by doing this stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna pick. If it's Strowman. I think Strowman's gonna win it then. TBD wins.
Strowman. TBD wins. We're in agreement with TBD.
Yeah.
Wow. 8 matches, and it's only half the show, and we only have one disagreement, and it's for the women's tag titles.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not expect that. You were really banking on the Kabuki Warriors.
I am.
Okay. All right. So just to review.
I'll get the one for this show because I'm going to win this one.
You get, it doesn't matter. You got to win the whole thing, Lou. You got to win the whole thing.
Okay. We'll see. So yeah.
Okay.
And the next time I'm gonna get my choices, my matches that I think that we're gonna have on the next day. So you'll be listening to TFS Pod. This 24/7 Lou. That's Rick.
Yeah, and let me just close the show off properly with a prediction that I think will come true. Okay. Here we go. This is a prediction. I predict, Lou, that at WrestleMania they will have the lowest crowd numbers in history.